What's good, people? It's your boy, Icarus Gray. And this is Gray Area Anime. And we are back with another episode of
Hey, listen!
Teach Me Senpai.
Hey, listen!
We're going to do our thing. So you know who is also in the building. Introduce yourself, madam.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Prima Diva, the executive producer.
Oh, I'm
Gray
sorry.
Area
Did something
Anime.
happen? I don't know what happened.
Oh my
there.
God.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hand slipped.
No, it didn't.
It did.
I was doing it right. I wasn't even messing with you this time. You know what? I'm going to just revert to my old ways.
Your old ways. And also in the building.
Hello.
Yay.
It's BibleStudyGirl.
Okay. Is that all?
Isn't that enough?
With
I thought she did an
yeah,
excellent job.
you muted her, so I was just trying to
Yeah.
just trying to keep it brief. There's a muting spirit in the building, and
Indeed, isn't there?
Yeah, no.
God, get that guy out of here.
Shy
ah,
Episode 6.
meeting.
Chapter 6.
Chapter 6. It's
The
called.
ish gets real.
It's called a meeting. It's a great title.
Is it? Because that's what it's about.
We're
And
gonna meet
there's
a lot of stuff.
There's not a silk. There's no silk involved in this.
Seriously?
Lots of meeting.
Okay.
I'm not going any further.
It
Unlike
doesn't
some
matter.
people.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not gonna
It
like.
doesn't
It's
matter.
just.
The point
It's a
is,
quick
you went
aside.
ahead. That's what mine was.
The 90. No, yours
Yes.
was way more. Like you explained the whole thing. If
I
they
wasn't
know
gonna
it,
do that.
if you're not a 90s R&B child, no, you know what? I'm doing too much.
Exactly.
You're ruining it.
I'm not.
You've ruined it.
Welcome to my world. And getting into the episode
Your
now, we are
world.
starting with break-in.
Your world, she says.
Meeting. Oh,
Go ahead. You have speaking privileges.
there's a meeting with the merchants. We talked last episode. What's his name? Lutz.
Benno.
No,
Yeah, Lutz.
Lutz
Otto.
and
Mine. Let's
Lutz
Otto.
is who she's talking about, the
Lutz
little boy,
is who I'm
right?
talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, he's
Oh, yeah,
requested
yeah,
a
yeah.
meeting with Otto. Mine fell ill. Meeting got delayed, pushed back 5 days, but now it is meeting time.
Oh, yes.
So, but before they go to this meeting, Mine wants to make sure that Lutz is looking his absolute best because she knows this is business.
This is big business. So she said first impressions are everything.
Everything. So they're out in the forest and she washes his hair with her special, shiny, beautiful
Her hair
shampoo.
oil, which is the
all-in-one
talk
shampoo.
of the town.
It's the talk of the town. Everyone that uses it comes out with the silky locks. And so he's very silky when they get to the fountain to meet up with old Otto on his day off.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just remembered what we skipped in that last
timing.
was when Otto got that silky for his wife.
Oh, no,
That's
it's in this
this
episode.
Oh, it is?
Yes,
Oh, yes.
yes.
Okay,
That's
great.
No, I'm not going to forget that part.
Thank
That happened to
All
him.
right. No, man.
The good.
Get
I'm
away.
glad
Your
she
privileges
muted you.
revoked.
No, she needs to be on the board. She's the
Why?
executive producer.
All
For
right.
what?
You are the
Just
talent.
to ruin the things that
You
weren't there.
have control issues.
We
No one
forgot
knows what I'm
nothing.
talking about.
I-
No one
no,
knows what I'm
that's not
talking about.
I meant. I just
Okay,
meant
so they're at the meeting. They're at the fountain.
Right.
Mine and Lutz are at the fountain waiting
That's
for
where they
Mr.
are.
Otto. They see him through the crowd, and then
I wanted to mention something.
go ahead. Mm-hmm.
They have a strange clock or timekeeping system.
Do they? I haven't even paid attention to it.
She said, "I'll meet you guys at the third ringing of the bell."
Oh, I heard that,
Yeah,
but
I
I
heard
didn't.
that
I
too.
thought it was maybe for
equate that,
school.
I
or
did too, because they
something.
kind of
Yeah.
said it like it was for school, like
Yeah.
you
I
know, in
equated
between second and third period.
Yeah.
You know
to
what I
time
mean? Like,
because then the next time they were like fourth bell of the day.
period.
I don't.
I'm just
sure.
saying that's exactly how I
I'll
thought.
give
But
it
you
to
know
y'all.
what?
I don't think that's
No,
what
no,
it
no.
is, but
Here's
I'll
the
give
thing.
it
It
to you.
is a different time. I didn't even think about the
Because they
fact.
don't even really. They don't go to.
They don't.
They don't go to school. So.
That
So
is
I
true.
wonder whether or not there is
so I
there a
don't
clock?
think that-
Have you guys seen any clocks?
I feel like I've seen one in the town square where they went to meet up at the fountain, but I wasn't zoned in on that because I have to read the words.
But
So
yeah,
maybe
but
it's based on the cathedral
it's school
bell.
periods though. Because yeah.
it might be based on that temple.
What's a joke? gosh.
He
Explain
gets
further.
so
Crabby.
yes, like
Whatever.
instantly.
He's a Scorpio. That doesn't make sense.
Do you know what he needs? Some of that all-in-one shampoo.
Yes.
That all-in-one shampoo makes everyone like
Luscious.
yes.
Luxurious. It's
So
like herbal essence.
here they are to talk of the business.
and so they see
They see
Otto,
Otto.
through the crowd, and
But-
then a mysterious figure dressed in some noble attire.
With a
Looks
noble
kinda
nose.
evil.
Yeah, he looks evil. That's the first thing Prima Diva said. This
He has
is
a very strong face.
The ones with the strong face are the mean ones. They got some ulterior motives sometimes.
and he had a very strong face, and he was looking at her critically. He was staring down this little 6-year-old.
Like, what's up with them?
And so initially what they were there for was for Otto. Not Otto, Lutz,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Right.
To kind of give him like an understanding of what that world was. So they begin to talk, and he's like, well, why do you want to be a traveling merchant?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he doesn't really have a reason. Well, that's not even where they start.
No.
They started with something because he was basically telling them what he wanted to explain to him as to why he did not want him to be a traveling merchant. I think that's how they started with basically
pretty
just
much. This is why you don't
shouldn't wanna
want
do
this
it.
job.
So to be a traveling merchant, you essentially have to give up your citizenship because you have to travel to these different places. And a lot of the times traveling merchants are legacy family brands.
It is a
So
family
it's a
thing.
family brand because
Because
go ahead.
you go. It's your show. I'm just here.
The
Sorry.
the families
Yes, I
make maps of everything in their
Their routes.
their routes, and that's passed down traditionally because you need to know when I'm out here, where can I get my water from, where can I get things to eat, what are the safe routes. I'm sure because there are wild animals. I mean, they have not been introduced yet, but at this point, I know that they're there.
Gotta be.
Given the introduction of something that's coming a little bit later in, well, no, it's in the next episode
The only
where
thing
they
that-
actually say what it is.
Yeah, the only thing we've seen so far are crazy pigs. The pig butchering.
The pig butchering is
I
crazy.
listened to that episode. It was
Yeah.
a very good episode, you guys.
Thank
It's
you.
very good.
Thank you. So they're talking about that, and he's like, do you really want to lose your citizenship? Like, you're literally going to get it next year.
And that's the thing. When they get baptized at 7, that is when they get citizenship to whatever town
That they're getting
they're.
baptized in.
Yeah,
Correct.
that's how you get your citizenship.
And citizenship allows you, obviously, to get married, to sell things,
own
to
property.
own
Yeah.
property, the whole nine. Whereas you can't do, like, for traveling merchants, their end goal is to get citizenship.
Right.
Because since they went and foregoed that in their town, it cost a lot of money
Mm-hmm.
for them to get it, which is still like it's
It's
weird.
weird.
The way things are like set up.
It is weird, but politically, I think it makes a little bit of sense. If you have a certain citizenship with a particular town or something like that, and then you end up, if your people are at war, that could cause additional issues.
Yeah.
Like if you're a traveling merchant. So, I mean, politically, I could reason to a point why that would be the case. But
I think it's just a simplified method of thinking for them. Like, I think that there is some political stuff to it, but with how everything else comes off, it's more so like, well, your town would need you. You've decided to, leave your town to do this. Yeah, it's going to cost you a little bit of money to be able to do this kind of thing. Because what we realized a little bit later in the episode, we're going to come back to this conversation, but that Otto was a traveling merchant, but because he wanted to get married, he forgave it up so that way he could get his citizenship to be able to marry his wife Corina. So, but back to the conversation.
So he's telling him no traveling merchant group is going to allow you into their camp because
Right.
you've given up the thing that they spend their entire lives to get.
Yeah.
And so that's essentially where that conversation leads off, and Otto's feeling, not Otto, Lutz is feeling kind of, messed up.
I feel like his name
sad.
should have been Otto.
You
at this
only
point.
feel that way because of ReZero.
Probably.
Because ReZero, Otto is a merchant.
he is a traveling merchant.
Yeah, he is. That's
probably
really it.
why. Yeah.
But the other thing, that little funny moments that I think will help us get back on track is when is his name Bento?
Benno.
Benno. I keep thinking about bento boxes. Anyway, I think I'm hungry. Benno.
Bento boxes are Japanese lunch boxes.
I've seen them in Love is War.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a whole episode
Oh,
about it.
Yes.
well, they were sharing and they have them at the that place we've eaten at downtown a couple times. Well, it's not there anymore.
Oh,
The place,
sadness.
because it's
That's
a different
messed up.
place.
But yeah, so one of the things that Benno does, and that kind of brings mine back into the conversation, is when they first meet, he's like touching her hair, like, why your hair so shiny? And what's that in the back of your head? And she like shows him her hairpin and stuff. So like she's already kind of inserting herself and asserting herself as like someone who potentially knows about merchants and stuff.
Right.
Because
Well-
she's the one that suggests to Otto an alternative for Lutz, which is that he becomes
Just
an
becomes a
apprentice.
merchant. Well, just becomes a merchant.
A merchant apprentice.
Because that's her second
Option.
goal as well. If she can't
that's gonna help
do
her
the thing she
accomplish
wants to
the
do.
first, I think.
Because she's like, I want to be a librarian and own a bookstore, and they're like, what?
And then
A
Benno's like,
librarian?
That's for nobles.
Yeah.
God
It's like
dang,
the
those
paper.
nobles.
She said the paper. And so it's at this point that you kind of realize a couple things. One, we already know how smart mine is, because he asked, well, how'd you make that? And she was like, I can't disclose that, but if you want some, I can give you
I
some.
can give you a sample, but I'm not gonna tell you
I'm
what
not
I
telling you
use.
what I
She
do.
says it to Mr. Otto later on. Yeah.
But she says
And
to
she
Benno
said-
first.
she
She
says
said
it
to
to
Benno
Benno.
first.
Yeah,
She
that's
says,
right.
Because
She
he's like,
did.
why is your hair so silky, and where'd you get like?
you know, it's
yeah.
stuff that I got.
And she's like,
Put
and she
together.
instantly realizes, oh, okay, merchant guy.
Right.
I know
He
that
wants-
there's some, the value of what it is I'm speaking of, you know, what this can do. I'm not stupid.
Right.
Right.
You
not
know,
finna
I've
just
read
take
a lot of
advantage
things.
me.
But you instantly get this sense of the thought process that she knows she's an adult. He instantly tries to take advantage of the situation like any merchant would. And it's just like,
Absolutely. She's a 6-year-old child.
And so he's thinking of like
Yeah.
doing what he would normally do to a 6-year-old child. who
and
has
this
stumbled
is where
upon a
we
great
realize
adventure.
that she is 6, because they fast forward the conversation and she's like, okay, I get where this is going, kind of thing. Here's what we're actually wanting to do. Because she explains the librarian stuff. Well, like, I can't, when she realizes, like, when he's like, well, that's a noble thing. Okay, here's what I want to do. I would like to, my plan is to make paper. So she goes instantly into proposal to these businessmen, because she gets that that's how you should communicate to them.
Right.
And she's like, well, I have an idea about doing the paper, and I want, Lutz to be that person
He'll sell
for
it.
me. He'll
Yeah.
sell it. Like, I'll make it, he'll sell it, kind of thing. So like at the end, the guy has already at least realized the importance of the oil. And he's like, I will make you both my apprentices.
Right.
If you come through with this paper idea, this plant-based paper idea.
Next year, yeah.
They have
I'll
until
give
they're
you a year.
7
Yeah.
to get it
Yeah,
together.
she said that we'll have a prototype ready by the time our baptism comes next summer.
Yeah. So that's when we realized she's 6. Because that was,
Okay.
they're 7 when these things happen. And it was interesting because they were fine going home then, right?
They were about to go. I think they did.
They
start
did.
to
They
wasn't-
walked
leave.
off. They
Because
walked.
this wasn't the Lutz.
At the end of the
feeling away.
episode is when we come back and realize what happened. In
Well,
the rest of that
no.
conversation.
I'm
Well,
saying, is this where
actually-
Lutz felt away?
No.
He didn't feel away
That's
here,
the
right?
different.
No.
That's
Yeah.
the next episode.
I want to make sure that it wasn't.
Yeah, that's
okay.
the next episode. But also in this episode, she asked, she talks to them about her fevers and
Yeah, she comes back
yeah.
with that. I think that's what they figured out at the end. She came back and actually asked them.
No,
Hey,
she
do you know?
she asked before they left. She said, "Hey, do you know?"
I'm saying we
anything?"
don't know that she did that till the
Yeah,
end. That's
we
what I
don't.
was saying. We
You're
as
right.
the audience don't know that till the end of the
I
episode.
thought she asked him. I could
No,
swear that she
'cause
asked
they
him
was asking-
because he told her.
no, it's at the end.
Because what he responded to her was,
It's at the end when he says that. To
No,
her. That's how.
no, we don't know anything.
Yeah, no, there was more though. He starts to talk about. I don't want to say it, but
Well,
he
no,
started-
I know
that's what
that, but I'm
That
saying
doesn't
like
happen
I
till
thought
the end.
initially,
know
like
what? I think
I'm
that
pretty sure initially
this
she
is what
asked
happened. She
him.
asked. She says, "Hey, I have these fevers. You know anything about that? Since you guys are so smart, like."
No, I've
I
never
know
heard
her,"
of that.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
They
And
walk
then they
off.
go.
And then
That's what I'm saying.
later,
Like, and then that's when you
Yeah,
come
because
back
I
and you
didn't see
get the
that
other.
part at all until the end. I didn't see her come and ask them that at all till the end. So that I probably missed that then. That was probably on me.
And then
Yeah, and I mean,
later
they have
They give you the rest of the
they
conversation.
give you the rest of what happened.
So she gets home at this point, and her mom and her
Oh,
sister
yeah.
they're like, oh, sorry that you didn't get. I got it.
Yes,
Yeah.
everybody's like,
I was like,
I didn't think she.
I didn't think she'd
had
get
a
it.
chance.
I'm
Nobody
like,
thought.
Are y'all talking
like,
so
what is
dad?
wrong with
So
you
she's
guys?
sitting there like, what? So she's already figuring out, okay, these are the things that we're gonna need to
Yeah.
make paper.
Because she realizes that they don't have the tools to do
Well,
it
she
yet.
realizes like, hey, we need these. Well, we need the tools, but she thinks about it in a basic way,
Yeah.
in the sense of, okay, we need these things. I'll see if Lutz can make them.
Right.
And her dad comes in. He's like, well, babe, I'm sorry. You can always just do these. I got it.
Yeah, Dad, don't come in doubting me.
Gosh.
Like, I got the apprenticeship. Like, we have to do this thing in a year.
And they were like, it's conditional though.
Yeah, it's
And
conditional.
like they just keep hitting her with this conditional thing to the accomplishing this goal. And I feel like that was the end of the episode.
It's not.
I mean, it's not
There's
the
so much.
end.
No. She
No,
goes
it's
to
not
work
at
the
all.
next day
Yeah.
after she's drawn her prototypes, and she asked Lutz, "Can you build this?"
And
He's
he
like,
said
"I
he
need
need
nails."
nails.
Yeah.
So when she
So
goes,
is the washing in this episode?
yes,
The
All that
washing's
happens
in this
in this
episode.
This episode is packed.
Oh no, the washing's in this episode because it's not the.
Yes.
They don't.
We don't
do
go
that.
into
Okay,
that.
okay.
That's- Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm back on board.
All right.
So she's at work and she's like,
She kind of
she's with
she's
Otto.
like
She's with
with
Otto.
Otto. And
She's with
I think
Otto.
she was asking him about like how to make nails or whatever. He was like, oh, you got to make them. Well, instead of doing that, I think he was the one that was like,
Well,
I'll
give
probably
you
give you the
some
nails if you can get like show me how to make that
shampoo.
shampoo.
Oh yeah. Okay, that makes.
because when she walked away, they were having a discussion and a fight about, I want mine to stay my apprentice. And then Benno is like, no.
Those were the last
Yeah.
words that we heard. Is Benno was like, I'm about to make both of them my apprentices. And he was like, no, you can't take
Like,
mine.
you can't take my
She belongs to me.
Yeah.
And so they're having this conversation
Where Otto, I think that's when we find out that Otto's married. Because I
Well,
don't think
no, we already knew. Yeah, because
We knew he was married from previous episodes.
Okay, that's when
because
it
his
was.
dad
Okay.
told you weren't here,
Yeah.
but his dad,
No, I mean like
his
him
dad,
talking about how like the citizenship thing is what I'm
Oh,
talking
that's-
about. Like him
Well,
saying,
no, we knew he was married because his dad or her dad said, and she was like, he's married.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I just mean like
But
how
we
he
didn't-
met his
yeah.
wife and like
No.
what ended up happening.
So,
That's what I mean.
He's talking about his citizenship and giving it up and how, or not giving it up, but getting it for her, and his marriage situation. We went to live with her brother because her brother didn't want her to leave. And he's like, well, I want. This is gonna be funny when we get to that part. But anyway, so he asked her, "Can I
Show me how to make.
show me how to make that?" And he's like, "Well, I'm not going to show you. I'll give you some."
In
Or he said,
exchange.
"I'll come do it in exchange for some nails."
Yeah.
So now,
And first she went through that whole thought process. I just thought that was so funny how she was like, who wants this? Who is he getting this for? Oh, it must be the wife.
Yes.
It's the wife. And then she's like, she makes the offer. I just think that's so funny.
and then it's so funny how she breaks the stuff down, and it's like she's so smart and still a kid,
Yes.
and it's
Both of them
It's
at the
so
same
cute.
time.
same
It's
time.
so cute.
Because she sometimes like forgets because she's childish in the sense of she wants her own desires. In the sense that when she tries to get that, she doesn't
And
get.
she's singular.
It's
in
not
her-
until later
in her
that she'll be
desire.
like, "Ugh, I should have done this or whatever."
Yeah.
So they go to the northern district because they stay by the South Gate. Obviously, the north is the uptown. It's the suburbs. It's the high rises. They be moving on up. It's the Jeffersons, if you will. And funniest thing is, so they're about to go and walk, and he comes to pick her up, and Dad like has Otto by his neck,
By the collar,
by the
yeah.
collar, like, yeah, my daughter.
Take care of my baby.
And so she's carrying, or he carries mine back to his home, and we meet Corinna, and
Well, one thing that strikes her, she's like, this is so different from the side of town that
Yeah.
I live on. You're a soldier. Soldiers don't make that much money.
And that's how the
Yeah,
brother
why?
thing
Yeah,
comes
like,
up.
how are you able to live?
Like this.
Yeah, high on the
he was like,
hog.
it's the brother.
Yeah.
And so they get up there, and she meets Corinna, and she does her hair. They have like a couple kind of. like small interactions.
Well,
of, like, it's
Karina
nice to
is
meet
curious as to how her husband is doing at his job. She feels bad,
Right.
because he gave up his traveling merchant job, which is what he loved, to be with her. He has a lower paying job, and she wants to make sure that he's happy. And Mine recognizes, what she's really asking, and
Yeah.
so she assures her, like, no, he still gets to barter and bargain with people.
Yeah,
at
he's
the
still the
gate.
same person.
Yeah, he just
did it because so he can be with you, and he's happy about that. 'Cause,
Right.
we just
He's
got done
very,
talking.
very, very happy.
Listen,
as we
So
see
here-
in the
here we
moment.
go.
thrilled to be
Here we
with
go.
his wife.
He's
He loves her.
All right,
Loves her so much. Indeed.
this is how wow. So she finishes her hair. She sticks her head outside.
And her hair is down now.
Her
like-
hair is down
Yeah.
and it looks all shiny. Otto hasn't seen her yet. He looks and he sees her and she's like, "Mine, isn't it time for you to go home?"
Don't you? He said, "Don't you
Don't you
have something to do?"
Don't
And
you
she's
have some-
like, I could find something to do if you give me my
Nails.
nails.
Like, and it's so funny.
It
He's
is
like,
hilarious.
it's like you can tell, like, it's not even hidden. It's just like, nah, bro. It's tight. It's
He throws those nails so
The
quick,
first-
and the door is just
And it's
boom.
a whole big
Like-
thing of nails too.
Like,
A huge bag of nails. And it's so funny. Like just the look on his face. His
It's
mouth
a-
dropped open like she was like, "What? How do I look?"
don't you?
I mean, like the shock.
don't you got something to do? Don't you got to get back home?
Yeah.
You got to get back home, don't you?
First of all, I would have been like, how am I gonna get there? You carried me here.
Right.
Okay, you come back for a taxi? Like,
Like,
what do we do here? Is
What,
there a
what's
carriage?
going on?
And now
Get
I'm
out of
in
here,
Texas.
kid.
I'm just saying, like a carriage taxi, a stagecoach, whatever.
None of those.
Whatever.
That is, I'm
outta
pretty
here.
sure.
Just messing. But
Them's
yeah,
for nobles.
yeah,
Though they
apparently-
did go to the boar thing in a
cart.
cart, but I'm almost positive
probably
that
rented
was
that.
like not rented, but like that's we're all going out. Like
neighbors
this
thing,
is
yeah.
something.
Somebody borrowed something.
So
So she has her nails.
they go
She
from
heads
there.
back.
She gets the nails and heads back, and do they just go to the conversation next?
That's when they go to the conversation that happened after.
So after
we
they
left.
had left Otto and Benno were still having a conversation. He says to Benno says to Otto, "I think I know what that is. She may have the devouring."
Yep, that's when he drops it.
And
Like,
like if she
what
has the
is
devouring, she'll be dead soon.
Soon. Yeah, he doesn't say.
But she's gonna
Yeah,
die soon.
but
she's
she'll
gonna
die
That's what he
soon.
says.
And so that's
That's
how the
the end of
episode
the
ended,
episode.
guys.
Ding, ding, ding,
Like-
cliffhanger. Like, what is the devouring?
And it's
You
not
heard of the
like
devouring? I ain't heard nobody
And it
talk
was
about no
devouring
devouring.
with a capital D. What is the devouring?
I mean, it's been devouring for a long
Yeah,
time.
like, and why has he never heard? Why has Otto never heard of this?
Disease.
Probably because
Because as she was walking away, he tells her, she's very frail.
Yeah.
That one. So
Yeah.
I don't know that she would be able to be
your
an
apprentice.
apprentice for you. And he's like, oh, that might be the devouring.
Yeah.
That might be what that is.
Yeah. And so it's one of those next episode is amazing just because it like
Yes.
because
Oh,
what these
man.
things start to do is it's starting to open the world up a whole
yeah.
lot more.
It is like, wait a minute, what?
Just by these little small revelations, the trading system, the fact that being a traveling merchant does not mean what Lutz wanted it to mean, kind of. Mind learning all of the things that she's learning about. Okay, well, this is how we're gonna put these things in place. She's got a whole plan
got a
because
whole
she
plan. She got a
instantly
business plan
understood what these merchants are, what they're kind of what they're thinking, and so on and so forth. Like,
Yeah.
it's really amazing.
But the next episode really
It ramps it up.
It ramps it up.
Yeah.
So again, guys, make sure you're watching along with us. It's a lot of fun. So
It is a lot of fun. Like this, you will enjoy it.
Yeah.
A great starter anime, I feel.
Ascendance of a bookworm.
do you have any new revelations for you, BibleStudyGirl,
No, next episode is really
for your anime to love? Because at this point, I realize like because I know next episode we all got revelations.
for the questions
Yeah.
for me
Mm-hmm.
is where it's like, oh, because I don't know if this is like,
A normal.
yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I think it's a sign
you know
of
what's
any
funny
really good show.
is when we did the first episode, I talked to you about, or when we did the episode on isekais. I was talking about like what isekais you come into, what things are you set up with, and this is another one of those that falls into that category. Where you kind of like, what are the things that you can use in this world? What makes you different? What causes you to stand out? You know, what is the means by which you came to this world? What is the means by you are given to save this world? What makes you the hero character, protagonist? What is that? You know, is it superhuman strength? Is it your intelligence? Is it the fact that you know something different? Were you adopted by a noble family
or wolves?
or any of those things? So it just ends up being kind of cool.
I love the cliffhanger though, the flashback to the end of the conversation. That is very reminiscent to me of just dramatic TV.
I was gonna say I've always said, and I think I might have said that in a previous episode, that the sign of any really great show to me is kind of like, and I feel like I've heard a writer describe good writing this way. It's like you start, if you're looking at like a painting, you start really, really close on the painting with like a face, just one person's face in the entire like mural or whatever. And as the show continues, it's like you're, you know, using your eyes or a camera, you slowly like kind of zoom out and you start to see a little bit more of the environment. You see more about the other people that are involved and how they're connected to that one face you started with. And it just keeps growing until by the end of the series, you see this fully fleshed out, full painted mural. And I think that they do a really good job of, you know, kind of spoon feeding you little by little, you know, the way that you need to be. And so it's enough to keep you guessing and excited and surprised, which I think is, you know, like I said, the mark of a really good show. If it can continue to surprise you and interest you, then it's doing something right.
We're going in the right direction. Then. Yeah. I like it.
I like it too. I think it's really fun. I think we found a good one to kind of, it's light.
It's a good. It is a good starter. It is a good starter anime for someone that does not watch anime traditionally. It really is.
Yeah, because we got some.
It's a good way to get your feet wet.
We got some in the tub.
Indeed,
it is.
That are not for
starter
feet wetting.
friendly.
Yeah.
That are. I mean, like it's either sink or swim. You'll either like it, you won't like it. But
it really is.
They take this like a cliffhanger here compared to ReZero. It's a whole nother thing.
We'll be back with that soon, by the way, guys.
Yeah, we'll be back. It'll be like a collage. I mean, we're probably, just because here's what I want to do.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to tell them now as they listen to this. We're going to finish watching this season.
Is that what? Really?
Because I want to get it all together.
All
because
right.
I want to know where they finna leave us.
Okay.
And
so
I also want to kind of
massive...
like bring everything together with the light novel stuff that we have. Because a lot of times when we watch the episode, we be forgetting everything. And we forget a lot of what we read.
Yeah.
And so it makes it...
It's because the reading's so long.
Yeah, and it makes it like... Because a lot of times they're following frame by frame with the smallest of changes. And we be like, nah, this didn't happen then. This had to have happened there. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish watching the series. And then give a full breakdown of it. And then we'll tell you why you should watch it, and we'll still do some things on ReZero. We'll just have episodes talking about ReZero. But I just wanted to do it in a collective way, so that way we can have all the information. Because a lot of the times I be wanting to. It's hard not to spoil stuff with that.
Yeah, especially with this. Like,
just because we are so very much so invested in that series.
Everything is so connected. Like it is like Scandal or like Designated. Yeah. It's like a political drama. Literally, that is what ReZero is, guys. It is a political drama
mixed with
if you like the West Wing,
or if you like the West Wing, but you also like watching Happy Death Day
or Game of Thrones
or whatever reason. If you can watch those two movies. You know, this is those.
ReZero is for you, my friends.
Or like Groundhog's Day for the people like you, but
no,
just
unless you can deal with Groundhog's Day and some blood.
I can.
Might be for you
It's
too.
there. Like I'm telling you, like the way the web gets untangled, like the web that we have here in the Ascendance of a Bookworm, nothing
It's
compared
so
to the web that's
nice,
there.
though. It's such a nice.
It was good, though,
Nice,
and I love it.
fun, fluffy.
Yes, that's what you
You know, I
need.
like the fluffy.
Yeah, but we got some other episodes that we're going to be working on once we get done with this. I'm going to take her through a restaurant in another world.
Oh yay!
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
well,
think you'll, I
okay.
can't wait to like watch that again. It's
I'm
so
like, you
it's
like
so
it?
cute.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's for the foodies in us. Like, they have a talent when it comes to the food and the drawing.
It looks so delicious.
And then
Truly.
they actually have things that look like the food in the drawing. It's a whole nother world. And you know,
Quick
I love
question.
food. Yes.
The animators of the anime are the same animators of the manga, correct?
No,
No.
not always.
It's a
Okay.
different studio.
Okay.
Like, because when they
Correct.
start animating it, that's a whole nother
I was
thing.
wondering. I feel like that's a lot. But do you feel like the
Um,
animators for the anime do a good job of?
Depends on
Okay.
Yes,
it depends on the
indeed.
popularity. Depends on how much time they have, because even One Piece, which is huge for them over there in terms of its popularity, they rush out a lot of bad episodes that are like, you can
Badly
see they're
drawn.
using badly
Just
drawn,
badly drawn.
use of the same frames and stuff from like the last episode in a long way. Like, it won't just be a recap. Like, they'll keep like recapping certain parts. Being married to a film director, actor, it drives me crazy, because now I can't watch anime in the same way, because I'm quick to notice when there's terrible images or a terrible scene or something like that, or they just were, you can tell they were just trying to rush the
Bad
episode
plot
out.
development.
It's but yeah, so they're not all doing the same. I really do think you should read like I was telling you, Bakuman. It just breaks down all this stuff. It's an interesting thing.
I would love it if you would shoot me a text with all these names and suggestions, because this is not.
Just
you
send
know.
a text with the link.
There you go.
That's what
And
we need to do.
That'll
that
work.
would make life much easier for me, my friend.
And that is
'Cause your
what I'll
girl-
do.
Got a lot of balls in there.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Really?
Juggling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and shoot my
I will
in this thing here if we're ready.
anyway. So
So
Well, I ca-
did you have anything else over
No,
there? All
just
right. So
do
what
your
we'll do is
thing.
say, hey guys, if you would like to contact us, you can get at us on Twitter at Gray Area Anime 1. You can get at us on Facebook and Instagram at Gray Area Anime. You can also email us at grayareaanime@gmail.com. And you, madam?
I big girl now. And I'm going to do better this time. But I also want to say, you guys, America doesn't know.
Mute the.
I'm not there yet.
You're
I'm just saying.
I'm
look
just saying
now.
that she's gonna just
No,
give
what
her-
I was going to say is, I big girl. I'm Bible study girl.
Yes, we know.
Okay.
I going to be so appropriate.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
You don't have to fear on the mic. When these mics go off,
Oh my God. Give them where they can find
you
you.
can
Good Lord.
read my journey through my faith walk. Because last time he thought I said fake. It's real. It's my faith walk. On BibleStudyGirl.com, I drop a new blog every morning at 5 a.m. And on Saturday mornings, you get a new episode of the Bible Study Girl podcast.
Oh, yes.
Icarus Gray is the executive producer. So you
That I
guys
am.
should definitely come check it out. You can also find me on Facebook, Bible Study Girl. You can catch me on Instagram at _ Bible Study Girl, on Twitter, Bible Study Girl 2, and you can email me at BibleStudyGirl2019@gmail.com. I so big. I
And
did
that
it.
is
Great.
great.
You did a great job.
Thanks.
We will see you guys next week. A 1 and a 2 and a peace.